Hello, my name is Rick Riddle. Welcome to GM543 Economics for Managers. This is term 1 of the 2025-2026 graduate year. It's a fall term. All right, again, this class is GM543 Economics for Managers. There are 2 textbooks required: Managerial Economics by Frobe and McCann, 6th edition, problem-solving approach, copyright 2023. Either the ebook or the physical copy of the book either will suffice in terms of that book, the class. No Ideas from Dead Economist from Todd Buckles. That one there, you will have to purchase the paperback book. If you buy the ebook, it will not suffice for this class. You will have to buy the paperback edition. It's available from the school bookstore. It's like $20. Right? All right. So how are we going to grade for this class? Oh, I should mention, first of all, inbox. I don't use Canvas inbox. I ask you to email me directly from your email account to my email account, Franklin Pierce email accounts, both of them. If you send me something via Canvas inbox, I will respond. I will email you directly from my Franklin Pierce account. And I have problems with students do. Sometimes they send me something, I don't know exactly how they do it, as an email, but they use it from the Canvas inbox item. And then if I respond to them, sometimes I have problems and it doesn't go through. So please just do regular email to regular email. Please don't use Canvas inbox for the class, right? Evaluation for this class, right? First of all, we're going to follow the general Franklin Pierce grading criteria. 93 to 100, for example, is an A, right? And anything basically below a 73 is failing for the class. The way I grade, thread discussion, 30% of your grade. There's thread discussion week numbers 1 through week number 11. There's one overall topic. Some have multiple parts to them. We'll talk a little bit about thread discussion in a couple of minutes. The stock game, due week number 11, just the final stock game submission is worth 30% of your overall grade. The homework for week number 2 includes a little bit on stock game. The homework for week number 6 is an update on the stock game. That's part of the homework grade. Homework theory assignments grade, and that's not part of the stock game grade, right? Theory assignments worth 35% of your grade. Those in week numbers 1 through week number 9. Those need to be submitted as documents in the theory assignment Dropbox for that specific week, right? It can't be something, it's got to be an attachment to their assignment. It's got to be a Word document or basically Word readable, not a PDF file. I will return anything else to you and ask you to resubmit as a proper format, right? Module paper is due in week number 12. It's due early in that week. Please watch the due dates on the items, right? Due dates on all items. You have due dates. It should show up on your home screen on either the course or your home screen on Canvas. I'm not sure which one of them for you, for the items that are due within the next 7 days, all right? The due date in terms of thread discussion is the due date for the initial post only. The due date for theory assignments is the due date for the theory assignment themselves, which is generally on a Sunday night, right? So again, we talked about what the overall grading is. Let's talk about threaded discussion. So first of all, we have 2 types of thread discussion. We have that thread discussion that relates to general economics, like week number 1, week number 2. Week number 3 is the first week we start to have thread discussion based on new ideas from Dead Economist, right? First of all, your initial post for thread discussion always is due not later than Wednesday. Please post earlier if you can, right? All discussion for all weeks is open now. Only thing is thread discussion closes promptly at 11:59 p.m. on Saturday night of each week. No extensions in terms of how long thread discussion is open. Please be sure you post prior to Saturday night. Please post the initial post by Wednesday night. Please respond on at least 3 different days. I ask students to be considered to be engaged in thread discussion to post 3 to 5 total posts per week, maybe a 6 post, but not excessively, not 10 or 12 posts, and to post on at least 3 different days, all right? Again, your responses to peers, not later than Saturday night. For your regular threaded discussion post, not related to new ideas from Dead Economists, you need to do some research for your initial post. Cite your sources, give credit to your sources. Don't use things like Wikipedia. Again, don't use ChatGPT, don't use artificial intelligence. Do some research. Learn from your research. Read it. Put things in your own words. Don't do direct quoting. Very, only when you really need to, right? When you're doing the thread discussion from new ideas from Dead Economists, you need to post your initial post just like this regularly. Initial post not later than Wednesday night, but you need to use only new ideas from Dead Economists for the initial post and you need to back that initial post up with at least 2 direct quotes from each of the 2 philosopher readings that week and from different sections of each of those 2 readings, so at least a couple of pages apart. So that means at least 4 direct quotes. Those direct quotes need to be in quotes, they need to be italicized, and they need to be followed by the page number. And again, you need to use the physical copy of the book, right? And those quotes need to back up what you've posted. Again, I ask that you post on 3 different days every week at least, right? Generally, a 96 is the best you're going to get on threaded discussion. Some people occasionally will get a 98 or 100, but generally threaded discussion posts are not perfect. A 96 is a high A. A 93 is the minimum A, so if you have a 96, it's not going to hurt your average in any which way, right? So, posting only late Wednesday and late Saturday, late being 6 p.m. or later, will result in a grade not above a B overall. If you post earlier on Wednesday or earlier in the week for your initial post, but all your peer responses are only on Saturday night after 6 p.m., then that's going to be a grade not above a B+. Because of the nature of threaded discussion, I don't allow threaded discussion late postings. If you have a really extenuating circumstance why you couldn't post a thread discussion, email me, and in a rarest of instances, I will exempt somebody. That's happened a few times, right? Stock game, that's part of your grade. Again, that's due in week number 11, but it's also part of your homework in week number 2 and week number 6. There's a separate video on that. Please watch that separate video. All I will note is that the video that you have is from a couple of years ago, so the dates are wrong. They don't align with what's in the syllabus, and the link is slightly different than what I show on the syllabus here in the stock game section. I want to bring up a newer topic for me here is artificial intelligence. Up until a year or so ago, it wasn't a problem, but now it seems so prevalent in terms of school and such. I don't accept artificial intelligence. I don't accept you if you're doing research. I don't accept it for writing your papers. Please refrain from using artificial intelligence in this class. I would consider it to be plagiarism, a violation of my course policies. Theory assignments. There's a theory assignment in week numbers. Oh, I also wanted to mention in thread discussion, you need to post directly in threaded discussion board, not as an attachment. Right? Theory assignments. Each week numbers 1 through week number 9, there's a theory assignment. Be sure to cite your sources. Wikipedia, not an acceptable source for papers or threaded discussions in this class. Week number 6 homework is a project update. Week number 10, there's no homework assignment because you're just working on the project. Week number 11, instead of doing a homework assignment, you finish submitting your final project. And week number 12, you submit the module paper. Note that the week number 12, the module paper is due on earlier in the week than on a Saturday or Sunday night. All theory assignments, not the module paper, are due on Sunday evenings. I really appreciate earlier submissions. It helps me to get my grading requirements, my grading time level in terms of how much time I have to spend during the week. I'm not having to spend all my time on Sundays and Mondays doing grading and having my grading go over that. Generally, I have my grading done each week within 24 hours after anything has been submitted to me. In terms of thread discussion, I generally have those done on Sunday night because basically the thread discussion final postings are due on Saturday night, and then I correct homework after that. But if you submit the homework earlier, I try to get it done earlier. Theory assignments, they need to be in Word or Word readable format. I don't accept PDF files. The documents need to be double spaced. Remember, due dates show up on the calendar for those. Due dates are generally on Sunday nights. If you send something in early, it's a wrong file, or something in early, meaning like before noontime on Sunday for the homework, and it's the wrong file, you missed something major, chances are I'll have a chance to look at it and respond to you, but please be watching your email. In this class, the only way I have to correspond with my students is via email, so you need to watch your email every single day. Please watch your emails. Some students don't watch emails, and I send something to them and they don't know. So if you submitted something wrong for your homework, I email you and tell you this is what you need to do, and you need to resubmit, but not later than Saturday night, and you don't read the email, then you don't have a chance to resubmit, and I grade you based on what you submit. If you wait till the last minute to submit, whatever you submit is what you get graded on. If it's a wrong file, you get a 0 for your homework. It's basically that simple. If you have something comes up in terms of your homework, you can't get it done on time, email me before the due date, and I will consider giving you an extension, maybe a day or something. but that's only based on special circumstances, truly extenuating circumstances, and you would expect that you may well have points deducted for late submissions. Please be sure your homework and your discussions are well written. Please again refer to the reading and writing resource, the discussion and writing resources item contained in module number 1 for some help there about what I expect from students. Different instructors have different expectations, but I think if you follow my expectations, you'll probably do okay in most of your classes as well. The module paper, everybody's done a module paper. For some reason you haven't taken the leadership class because it's not required for you, or maybe this is your first term or whatever, you can't really apply this class to your module paper, to your leadership paper, so please explain that at the very beginning of your module paper. Your module paper is of 3 sections. Please separate each of the 3 different sections. The first section, what did you learn from this class? Identify what you learned. It helps to basically summarize what you learned. Basically, you might be surprised about all that you learned in this class. Part number 2, how is this class relevant to your workplace or other activities? Can you apply what you learned in terms of management discussions and things like that at work, or in terms of just watching how the company is doing in terms of stock prices or something if you work for a publicly traded company, or things like interest rates, how those are affecting the cost of your borrowing for the company and how maybe they're affecting layoffs, or maybe things that the company's purchasing or expansions that the company's doing or something like that. There's just so much that you can learn from this, apply from this class. Can you apply any of this course learning to your regular life? Like, for example, can this winning stock game, can that help you to invest for things like your retirement and such? Do you see any areas you might be using course learning to your immediate future? Maybe a hobby or something like that, or maybe you're looking to apply for a new job at work or something, and you can apply course learning to help you over there, right? Or change your career or something like that. Part number 3, how does a new learning help you to complete your foundation paper? It might be simply that you're required, you wanted to get an MBA to because it's a requirement for the next step in your career, and this is part of the requirements for the MBA. So this is how this fits into your strategy, because it's one step in getting the MBA, which is one step in getting the next step up for your job, for your company career. Right? How does the course learning fit into your basic strategic plan? Do you need to reevaluate your original plan? Sometimes students have to reevaluate their original plan. Please, if you don't have to reevaluate your original plan, please explain. There's no need for me to do so at this particular time, right? Now, you might have to reevaluate your plan for different reasons, and it can be anything that happened over the last 12 weeks, or the last 12 weeks of this class. Sometimes we have term time in between during the term. It could be something like you lost your job, your spouse lost their job, you had an illness in the family, you had to move or something, so things changed and things shifted for you for something like that, right? Does the course material help you to move towards your final goal? Again, if all it does is help you to get your degree, and that's a help to getting a promotion at work, then that might be enough for you. Also remember, I don't have your leadership paper. I don't have access to it. I don't want to read your leadership paper, but I want you to explain to me what your goals are, and therefore then how does this course help you to fill those out for this particular class, all right? Portfolio artifacts, if you have anything, please attach those. There's some examples of portfolio artifacts for the class. Right? I have a little bit here about what the syllabus, about what the detailed course items are. So the first week goes from August 25th to August 31st. It's module number 1. It covers chapters 1, 2, and 3 in the text. There's an assignment on interest rate. Please read that section. Week number 2 covers chapters 4 and 5. You have reading 4 and 5 in the book, and you also have to read Adam Smith, the first chapter of reading from New Ideas from Dead Economists. And then there's 2 sections of the homework. One section is on, actually I believe it's 3 sections. One is on the economic indicators, and the other section is on the stock portfolio project. Again, read those and submit to all as one document. All right, I'm just about out of time here. I only have 15 minutes for the video. So please watch the items here, and please watch your calendar, and please watch your emails. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you have any special needs or something, please contact the appropriate party at Franklin Pierce and me as well regarding special needs. Right? Thank you very much for watching, and I will look forward to working with you throughout the term. Best.